join us. And then there's my letter of recommendation, letter of introduction from the Rosicrucians of America. And this is the one that says, it is with great pleasure that I introduced you to Brother Frater X, who is a 7th degree Frater, in good standing in the Kansas College of the Societas Rosicruciana and Civitatis Federalis, which means the Rosicrucians of the United States, the Rosicrucian Society of the United States of America. And so this was like a letter of introduction they sent with me when I went to Massachusetts so that I could make contact with that college up there.
Yeah.
Turns out those guys are just like snobs, man. I mean, like, they really are not about, you know, esoteric hermeticism. It's more like a dinner club, really, where they all get into tuxes and feel cool about themselves, you know what I mean?
Rosicrucians are pretty fancy.
Well,
at least from my limited experience, I know. I read a book called The Chemical, it's like the second of the 3 Rosicrucian books.
that's the family crest for the Colquhoun clan of Scotland that my ancestor, who lost the battle of the English Civil War, was put in chains and taken to America to work the bog iron mines. That's how my family came to America. This was their crest. A black X, you notice.
Frater X.
Ah, right? The black X. There it is. Right? And when you become a Yorkite Royal Arch Mason, you become a Mark Mason. And when you become a Mark Mason, you have to pick a mark. As in the ancient stonemasons, you would have a mark that you would chisel into your work, your masterpiece. You would chisel your mark in, and then the boss of the quarry would come over and he would check that piece and he'd be like, "Who made this piece?" And it's like, "Oh, that was Joe made that piece. Oh, cool. This one's right. Who made this one? This one's wrong." You know what I mean? And you could tell from the mark of the stone whether it was right or wrong to be used for use in the building of the structures. So you pick a mark when you become a Mark Master or Yorkite Mason. My mark is got an X in it. You know, like it just chose it intuitively. And then I found out, because I had that mark before it was my tag. You know, when we were kids, you'd spray paint your tag on a sign or a wall. That was my tag. It was the same mark that I have in the book that they recorded in the big Harry Potter book back at the Grand Lodge building. You know what I'm saying? They have the big book that they open it up and it like creaks and like the soot and the little cobwebs. They and then like they record your mark. They put it in there. They paste it into the book. And it goes back to like the 18th century. Everybody who's ever been a Mark Master in the Kansas Grand Lodge system, their mark gets recorded in that book. So, why did I bring that up? Because it just was remarkable to me because my family crest had the black X over a shield.